Welcome back, Aspire Leaders. My name is Joshua Stamper, and I am back from North Carolina. And I'm so excited to bring you something really special today, as this is the first episode in a bonus series recorded live at the NCMLE Moving the Middle Forward Conference in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was such an incredible event. The energy, the educators, the passion for middle school was absolutely contagious, and I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to be there as a featured speaker. Before we dive in, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this bonus series, New Horizons Global. I'm honored to be a part of this amazing team of educational speakers. And if your school, district, conference, or organization is looking for professional development that is really going to make an impact on day one, head over to newhorizonseducation.net and click on educational speakers. You're going to love all of the different perspectives and topics that are available to you as soon as you see the amazing speakers on this page. Now, over the next few episodes, I'm going to bring you some of the most brilliant minds I've had the privilege of sitting down with. And a lot of these folks have been on the Aspire to Lead podcast before. There's a couple, though, that this is the first time that I've met them in person. I've been connected with them on social media, and we're going to bring them on to the podcast to have a deeper conversation about their amazing work. First up, I get to talk with Julie Hasson, and she's a resilience researcher, speaker, and author who's working to transform how educators respond to adversity. Then I sit down with Brad Waid, the founder of New Horizons Global. He is also a speaker and author, and he talks about how educators can work with AI and how the educational scope is changing each day. And then wrapping up this episode today is the man of the hour, David James, the conference director of NCMLE. And we're going to talk through how he's constructed such a brilliant event of passionate educators. And you're going to see a thread through all of these bonus episodes about how each of the speakers talks about community. And David James is a huge piece of why it feels like such a connected group. And he's built such an amazing space for learning. These conversations are energetic, practical, and packed with ideas. So make sure that you are taking notes and bring this back to the campus. Of course, as always, I'll have all of their information in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect with them either on their website or social media, as each one of these folks are amazing people. So with that, let's get into it. Welcome to Aspire to Lead, where we empower educators and school leaders to grow, inspire, and thrive. I'm your host, Joshua Stamper, author, speaker, and leadership coach, bringing you conversations that spark transformation, challenge the status quo in education, and equip you to make a lasting impact on your campus or in your district. For more information and resources, visit joshstamper.com, as we're looking to ascend to new leadership heights together. All right, what's up, everyone? We're at the NCMLE conference. I have Julie with me, who's a part of this wonderful group of New Horizons speakers. And Julie, I just want to thank you so much for being at the conference and sharing so much value. But before we dive in, I just want to see how your experience was at this conference so far.
We've had so much fun. Hey, thank you, Josh. We go to so many conferences, you and I both. This is always a highlight of my year. There's something about this conference. People, it's just big enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it's not too big. It's not small. We see the same people every year, so we get to check in. There's so many sessions, such a variety.
It's true.
We've eaten good food.
We've eaten excellent food.
I've gotten off. I quit Diet Coke.
No, she didn't, y'all.
No, she
didn't. She's an addict. I'm telling the world right now. No, Julie is so much fun to be around. And so I just wanted to share your great message. So will you just, for our audience, just let folks know what you're speaking on? Because one, you have a book you have here. Folks have been taking advantage of purchasing that, but then also you have a wonderful message. So will you share about your presentation?
So kind. Thanks, Fred. I did Recharge Your School Culture here at NCMLE. I'm a resilience coach. And when I coach, I'm talking about individual resilience building practices, because schools are made up of individuals, but also how we build a resilient community, because these individuals have to work and live in a community. So those two things support each other. My favorite, as I've said to you like a billion times, is to give little tools, like really simple little practices to teachers that they can integrate right into the school day to lessen stress, so they can leave school with enough energy to have a personal life be with their family, pursue their passions. If we have to drag ourselves home at the end of the day every day, then we have traded impacting lives for having a life, and you deserve to have both. That is my focus.
Yeah.
And I love how our content goes together.
So much.
Josh talks about these habits that help you lay a foundation for a healthy, good life. And without that foundation, any practices we lay on it aren't going to work.
Totally. Yeah, we're very much in line. That's I think why we get along so well.
But we get separated because we should not sit together.
I really do think this conference tried to put us in different places away from each other
not
because
even in the
we
same
are
hallway.
No, this whole entire conference we had very intentional to get together like we are right now. But Julie's amazing, so please check out her content in the show notes. As always, I will have her information. I want you to make sure that you bring her in for your PD sessions, or if you're kicking off the school year. Julie's an amazing person.
Bring both of us together. We promise we'll behave.
I can't promise that.
You cannot promise that. But it'll be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. Julie, thank you so much for being here.
Josh.
It's been a joy to be in your presence for the last couple of days. For those who don't know about NCMLE, we'll make sure that content's in there for you too, because we would love for our North Carolina educators to come back next year. Or if you're in the surrounding area, to join us. We've got folks from literally all over the country. We got a local girl here, but like for myself, I had to fly all the way from Colorado, and we've got folks from the Chicago area, out west, all parts of the country. So it's really a phenomenal event, and I'm going to have some more folks here as we continue, specifically with the New Horizons group, as we've got a collection of fantastic speakers. And we're going to have Brad Waid with us next. So stick with us.
Thanks, Brad.
All right, we are back for Aspire to Lead, and I have an amazing person here with me, Mr. Brad Waid. We have been connected for a while and have a chance to work together, and I have the wonderful opportunity to be a part of the New Horizons Speaking Bureau, and this guy here is building something incredible. He's a vendor here at NCMLE, in addition to being a featured speaker. And Brad, first off, thank you so much for joining me for this bonus content.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Brad, let's jump into the New Horizons sphere. So will you just share, if our folks have heard this for the very first time, what you're building and the impact that this group is creating, not just here at this conference, but all over this country?
Yeah, no, that's great. Happy to share. So, the company's New Horizons Global. We're a speakers bureau, and it's been around for a while. But really, what we're doing now is just getting good people together and collecting good people and good humans and good speakers. And it is a community, and thankful for Josh being part of it. And we're here at NCMLE supporting the event. Came down here last year because 3 of the speakers were here. 1 was doing the keynote, 2 others were featured speakers. So came down to support them, found out what a great event it is, and said, we want to be part of it next year. So talked with David James, said, hey, we want to come in. We want to be a sponsor. So we've come in, and we actually have 6 of our speakers speaking, and even more of our speakers here because they just want to be part of it. And it's really a community. We support speakers, we support education. And so almost everybody is a former educator or current educator. So giving keynotes and doing professional development and workshops. And we're just thrilled to be here, and we love what we're building together.
So in addition to New Horizons being here, you also spoke on a very passionate topic and something that you've written a book on. So will you just share real quick the content that you shared out with this amazing group of North Carolina educators?
Sure. Yeah, thanks. So I was in the classroom for 15 years with 3rd graders, and technology was always something I loved. And that quickly grew into a passion of, implementing technology, in schools. Well, now really the biggest thing is AI, which I'm excited because I've been doing AI since 2017, well before ChatGPT. And so I used to have to spend time convincing people AI was impacting their lives more than any. They just didn't know.
They're like, sure, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, okay. So I'd have to spend time. I'm like, example 1, example 20. Like, do you see? They're like, yes, I get it. That's awesome. And so now with AI and Industry 4.0 are really like my passion areas. And Industry 4.0, it's really talking about the workforce development, our future workforce. So it's really putting AI in context. And what that means for educators, it's, okay, so what are the skills that are needed? What are the jobs that are out there? And there are so many jobs that we've never heard of. And so part of what I do is shed that light, with everybody, give things to think about, give teachers like a workbook to look at, and like, okay, my students are interested in this, or they have this skill. Where can they go? Because we're all part of a bigger system.
For sure.
And so we're all just doing our role. And in the big system saying, all right, we got this student, here's some skills, develop them, because at the end of the day, they're going to go out, they're going to be part of the community and the workforce, and we just want to prepare them the best we can.
Awesome.
And it's awesome. I love it, obviously.
You can see the passion that's coming through this video right now. But so for folks that want to learn more about New Horizons, the work that all of us do, where can they go for that?
Yeah, so you can always jump on our website, newhorizonsglobal.net. You'll see people like Josh on there just crushing it, doing amazing things. If you go there, there's incredible people. We got everything covered. If you're looking for leadership, mental health, classroom behavior stuff, technology, everything from the classroom teacher to support, to counselors, to HR, to leadership, all the way to the top, and anywhere and everywhere in between. If you're looking for good people who know what it's about and really can work together with you, that's what we're putting together. And Josh is a great part of this community, and I'm blessed to have people like you.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's great.
Well, I love working with you, obviously, as we've continued this partnership for a while now. So super excited about this event, what's going to happen in the future with New Horizons, and of course being associated with you and your amazing company. So with that, I wanted to thank you so much for being on Aspire to Lead and being a part of this awesome event.
Well, thanks. Pleasure's mine. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right, we're back, and I have the wonderful David James here, who is the mastermind behind this wonderful event at NCMLE. And first off, David, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me to be a featured speaker. It's been an honor to be in the state, but also around so many fantastic, passionate educators.
Yeah. We have over 400 educators in the building this week, you being one of the best, and we really appreciate you making the trip. Our featured speaker group did a great job this week, starting on Sunday night. Our featured speaker roundtable was awesome. Great way to kick off the conference. And then you all had sessions, you had book signing time. So I hope I brought value to your time, and we brought value to the conference exponentially. But the educators of North Carolina sure to get a treat this week for sure.
Sure. So maybe this is the first time folks have tuned in and heard about NCMLE. Obviously, like you said, there's 400 attendees. There's a lot of fantastic folks, speakers, but we just talk a little bit about the organization, kind of where it started from and where you see it going, because it seems like you got so many amazing folks here.
Yeah, the team's amazing. So the North Carolina Association for Middle Level Education is the only advocate of middle level education in North Carolina. We have a team of volunteers that live and breathe and are super passionate about middle school excellence. One big piece of the conference is the awards luncheon, where we honor and recognize excellence throughout the state. So we're really proud of the awards luncheon. We're coming in on the closing here on Tuesday morning, but the conference has gone really well. This is our 52nd conference, I believe. I've been the conference director for I think this is my 4th year in a row, and we just keep getting better. And in a time where public education and budgets are tight, we just continue to strive for excellence and bring the best we can for our educators here in North Carolina, because that's what it's all about. We got to pour into them so they can pour into their kids.
Yeah. So we had an awesome keynote speaker, Kim Strobel. She's been on the podcast before. And then also I feel very honored because I've gotten to meet so many people that I've had on the podcast before, but I've never met in person. So just to have the opportunity to be in front of so much greatness is pretty fun. And I'm going to have some more guests on here to represent, all the fantastic folks. But we talk about like your selection process as far as finding the folks that are coming here, because it seems like there's a lot of big names that are coming to this conference.
About 4 years ago, coming out of COVID, we had a situation where our attendance numbers were kind of low, so we had to think outside the box. So we moved our conference from Greensboro, North Carolina to Charlotte to kind of take advantage of some outsider influence, and that kind of evolved into some relationship building on social media. And it's evolved into just our featured speaker group that finds a lot of value coming and talking and meeting in person, doing these things with each other, having a few drinks in the evening and having dinner with each other. All of those things kind of come together in Charlotte. And if I can be the catalyst for that, then that's amazing. That's amazing for me to be a part of and for our educators to benefit from. So that's kind of how it's evolved into the big feature speaker group who have been on your podcast and will continue to do those things and great things in the EDU space. I met Kim over the summer. We connected on social media and she did an amazing job. I was our keynote this year. We're very proud of how that went and how she poured into the educators to kick off the keynote address on Monday morning. But the conference as a whole has got 80 plus breakout sessions. So our feature speakers have their breakout sessions, but our NC educators are also here pouring in their knowledge from the classroom and boots on the ground. So those 80 plus breakout sessions are middle school specific. So we're very intentional on having all kinds of topics for everybody to enjoy, from our leadership strand to the classroom management piece to the teaching pedagogy. So everything and all you could ask for here is at the NCMLE conference. And we will be back in Charlotte next year about the same time. The date is not permanent yet, but we'll be at the end of March in 2027. And here in about 20 minutes, I don't want to say it live on this podcast, but we are going to be rolling out the theme for 2027.
Oh, very
and
cool.
We're going to be moving forward with that and all the marketing and all the graphic design and all the speakers that we need to be in touch with to kind of mesh that message for 2027.
Awesome. Well, it's been a phenomenal event. We're almost at the end here. And as a former middle school teacher and administrator, these are my people.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed my time here. And David, I just want to thank you so much again for allowing me to be in this space with you. And of course, presenting to such an amazing group of educators.
Glad you're here. We appreciate everybody. And thanks for the connection.
This podcast is a proud member of the Teach Better Podcast Network. Better today, better tomorrow, and the podcast to get you there. Explore more podcasts at www.teachbetterpodcastnetwork.com. We'll see you on the next episode.